This is so beautiful. You guys have to see this. What is happening? Listen, Danessa, this message is to you and you only. Hey y'all, it's your girl Faye back with another video. Today I'm going to be showing you guys my go-to clean girl makeup aesthetic look. Let's start that over. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to achieve my go-to clean girl makeup look. This is perfect for fall. I have had so many questions about how I make sure my makeup lasts long. I'm going to be leaving the product details in the description box below, but make sure you guys comment any other questions you guys have throughout this video. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Sit back, grab some wine, take some notes, and just enjoy the show. So first things first, you want to start with a clean base. I already washed my face off camera, so now it's time to moisturize. I'm obsessed with this Wella. As you can tell, it's almost finished. The Welletta Skin Food, and this really packs in the moisture. I think it's time for me to get a new one. But I like to make sure my face is very moisturized because my face can get really dry, and once my face gets dry, I feel like it gets cakey, and we do not want that. So make sure to moisturize and get a really good moisturizer. We're at the point where we need to invest in the products that work. This is something new, but I started moisturizing my lips in the beginning of my makeup routine. I feel like I like for my lips not to be all like cracked and chapped. So I like to use the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask. And this honestly is one of my favorite products because it's kind of like a lip gloss, but also lasts throughout like the night. Obviously it's a lip mask, but I really love it because it's not too glossy. Like, it doesn't look like lip gloss. All right, so the sun is playing peekaboo right now, so it's gonna be looking a bit different throughout. But let me know if there's anything unclear and I can do a separate video because I'm not sure what shows up. Like, after I'm all moisturized, my skin is like perfect for prep. I actually use a few different primers. I'm starting off with this Topicals New Primer because I feel like it really just gives a really good base. It's like the Pitted Scar Primer, and it like fills in all your pores. It just goes in and almost like gives like a matte look. So I like to just use that first before going in with my other primers. Next, I like to go in with my Danessa Myricks Water Powder Serum. I don't know what she's put into this kind of magic that she's created with this product, because it actually just like mattes my face. It's like so randomly good, but I like to use this especially to make sure that everywhere is like more blended. And honestly, I just like the way it feels. Like, I love it. Listen, Danessa, this message is to you and you only. Can you please change this application, because I love it so much. But the girlies with nails, like, I've already punctured this so many times because you have to like press in with your knuckles to like, can you guys see it's coming out? But like, I've already wasted so much product because some of it leaks through the bottom. So if you're hearing this in Danessa, please, 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 even if it's just for me, please, can we get something different, a different application? Because the product is amazing. I love this, but the application bottle, I don't know. Next up, I'm using my NARS Soft Matte Foundation, and I'm just gonna only use a little bit because I feel like clean girl makeup looks look so much better when it's like less product. So we're gonna just only use a little bit just to fill in like some of the discoloration, because I have a little bit around like my cheeks and I just want to only target those areas. I don't want to bring any foundation around my eyes because I don't want it to look cakey and look like a lot. So we're just gonna focus on the outer areas. The way the sun does not want me to be great. Ooh, maybe I should be back here. Okay, this is better. So you just want to make sure there's no areas. You don't want some spots to be just like not have foundation. But make sure you get around your nose. I feel like I don't like to put too much product there, so I just want to use my foundation just to make sure it looks good. But stay away from your eyes, or at least your under eye. All right, next up, I'm not doing too much with my brows today. Normally, I make my eyebrows really thin and very sleek, very like night out. But because I feel like this look is supposed to look more natural, I want it to look more like soft. I'm only gonna use a little bit of product, so I'm just going to use some brow gel and fill in my brows. Obviously, I'll clean it up just a little bit, but I'm not gonna go in like and make it like sleek like I normally do. I'll insert some pictures of how I normally do my brows. I like to let that brow gel sit. I don't even think I told y'all what it is, but it's the Maybelline Build a Brow, and it's double-sided, which I really like, but I really only use the gel part. But I feel like this is a very, very, very light brow gel. So if you guys want something more, I would say get the Refi brow gel, because that one, like, your brows are stuck. They're stuck in place. But this one's like light, so if you like a light hold, get this. It comes double-sided with like a felt tip, but I actually like the NYX Lift and Snatch felt pen for my brows, so I just like to use both products. After that brow gel dries down for a little, I like to use, like, honestly any brush or any like product to kind of like push my brows and set them in place. I feel like that really just helps it lock it in. And I'm gonna go in and just use like the softest strokes to kind of redraw my brows. I have really, really, really thin brows, so I like to like make sure to kind of like fill in the end of it, because I feel like my brows stop. My brows stop halfway, so I like to use this to kind of fill in the tail end. And then after I do the tail end, I like to just work my way to the front just to like fill it in a bit more. And like, as you can tell, like, it already, like, this looks like a brow. Ah! Brow. Ah! So after I've gotten kind of like after I've gotten kind of like the desired shape, I like to just replicate on this side. So do the same thing. I do like to make my brows a bit more arched, so as you can tell, I'm going more in on the ends, but I'm gonna go in and clean them up to look more natural. But for my more natural looks, I use my same color foundation to clean up my brows. I feel like whenever I'm using like a concealer, sometimes I get like a halo brow. Okay. And then I also like to go over the top part and just carve out how I want my brows to look. Okay. Ooh, that looks so good. I feel like this looks pretty natural. And then next up is to blend that out. Where's my brush? Oh no. Okay, so I use a brush, like a really, really small brush, to kind of blend out that foundation so that it doesn't look like halo brows. I don't have to worry too much with this look because this is kind of it's the same color as my foundation, but I don't want it to look unblended. So we're just gonna blend away. I'm just doing what I normally do, but I honestly switch it up a lot. So there is no right way to do this look, but if you guys have any questions, drop them below. So next up is one of my favorite parts. I actually don't think I'll ever let go of contour. I know a lot of girls switch to just bronzer to bring dimension back into the face. I'm not gonna use too much today, but I really like it because I feel like it just like adds something that bronzer does not do. So then I do that. And I really always like my nose to be very chiseled, so just a few lines down the middle. We're gonna let that sit for just a little bit, and then you're just gonna go in and blend it up so that it's not too harsh. Next, I love to go with my Too Faced. I'm a Too Faced girly down. I feel like it's the perfect cream concealer. People have been telling me to switch and they've been giving me a few other options. I don't know what the other ones are, but drop some concealer recommendations because I really love a full coverage, creamy concealer. So first I go in with my like darker one around the edges. This one is literally almost finished. That's how much I love this. So I like to go around the outside. I like to use my lighter color literally only right there. Battery is about to die. I feel like this is such a chaotic video, but before it dies, let me just finish my concealer. So I like to use my lighter concealer only on the inner part, so right in the under eye, and I'm gonna let that dry down for a few minutes. Before I do that, for it to have like a seamless blend, you want to just blend out the edges so that it doesn't dry down and it's stuck there. So just blend out a little bit, mostly just the darker concealer, but you're just gonna make sure that it's a little bit blended, and then you're gonna wait a few minutes. And then I like to just conceal my nose a little bit. So I'm gonna take my darker concealer and I'm just gonna go right there. And then down my nose. I just go over on my chin. This is so cute. Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. So I think we have gotten somewhere. So it's been a few minutes since I checked in. I went and charged my battery a little bit. So now that the concealer has dried down a little bit, you want to make sure to kind of like rehydrate it. And I love to use the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Filter Spray. This, honestly, if you don't have this in your collection, get it now. Honestly, get it right now, because this is my holy grail to just making my makeup just look very, very, very blended. And I feel like it also is really good to hydrate throughout your makeup routine. So it's really good. So I wanna just let that dry just a little bit, but I feel like this brings moisture back into the concealer, because if I were to just try to like blend it out now, it would honestly be very stuck and it would probably not blend smoothly. Years ago, I switched from using a beauty blender to blend out to a brush, because I really feel like it gives more full coverage, because the beauty blenders just suck up all the product and we want to make sure we're keeping the product exactly where we placed it. So I just like to use a brush. I feel like it's more precise. It lets you play around and like blend out. Ooh, can't even really see, guys. Once again, the sun will come out tomorrow. Betcha bottom dollar that tomorrow. Sign me now, guys. I want this look to have no harsh lines, so I'm gonna go in with my beauty blender and really just go through to blend out some of these harsh lines. I love concealer. It's probably my favorite part of my makeup routine. So I really like to take my time and make sure it's blended. This is one of the most crucial steps, because you don't want under eye creasing. You don't want the look to look like makeup. This is supposed to kind of, it's obviously makeup. There's makeup on my face, so it's not a no makeup look, but it's supposed to really look very natural and seamless. In case you bring your concealer out too and it's kind of like going farther than where you want, I go back in with my contour brush and I kind of just add and blend out that line so that it gives more like a contour and rather than like all concealer. And don't forget to blend out your nose concealer. You want to make sure that is blended out, because you don't want to be having lines all over your nose. Everyone's gonna be like, what's going on? So make sure you blend that out and give it just like a seamless blend. Like, what are we thinking? It's not done yet. It's not done yet. So just wait. So this is one of my favorite like new tricks that I've done to kind of make sure to like prevent under eye creasing. So I have this. This is honestly one of my favorite new products of 2024. The Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Filter Powder. I have it in the 3 and the 2. The 3 is more my complexion, so I use this to set my under eyes before I use my setting powder, y'all. Like this has changed the game. I like to use a very dry beauty blender. I don't like it when it's a little bit wet, so I use like a dry one and then I pat it in. This is 3. Oh, I was about to use the light one. Okay, this is number 3. So if you're darker than me, I would say use like a 4. If you're my complexion, use like a 3. And then if you're lighter, like a 2. I also use a 2 for like my bright under eye looks, and I might use that then, but we'll see. So anyways, I just like to pat that in just a little bit right there. I think I see some people like where I'll take off the excess, but I just like to take it as is and just pat. Look at that, y'all. It is already like giving like a filter. Wow. Wow. Just look at the difference. Look at that. Tell me this product is amazing. Like, which one? Wow. Oh my God, it's gonna die. And so I pat that in on both sides over every single area that I use concealer. So I feel like if you were to use a lighter color than this, it's gonna look too ashy. So that's why I like to say use that and blend that out. And then I go in with my Laura Mercier. Ooh, okay. And then I honestly just set like normal using a dry beauty blender and just setting all those areas. And then I also like to kind of go into like right here by the side of my nose, any areas that kind of crease a lot. I like to just set those areas, bring it around. For a kind of like sleek look, I like to set every area. So I'm gonna set my contour as well. Not too much, because we really want to make it look very kind of seamless, but I really like to bring more dimension back to my face. A lot of concealer just wipes out a lot of your dimension. So you want to bring that back with contour, with bronzer, with color, with blush. So we're just gonna use a little bit of contour and make sure to don't forget your nose. And then after I do my eyelids, I just use that same bronzer and lightly. I still have the powder on my face, but I like to like do it before I like take off the excess powder. So I just use a little bit on my, like on top of my contour. So as you can tell, my contour is like right here. I like to place it right on top. So light strokes. And then same for the other side. It's been about 5-10 minutes since I set my under eye, so it's time to kind of brush it off. I feel like it's set enough. So I really just use a big fluffy brush to just go over all the areas with that I use powder on. This is just to wipe off any excess because we don't want any like powder or cakey. We just want to make it very smooth, all one color. Wow. And then my favorite product. Look how big this is. Like I ran out one time and I said I would never run out again. I said I would never go and reach for my setting spray and it'll be empty. So I bought like the biggest one they have. And now it's time for you to set your face. You want to let it be like a whole layer of just like sheen so that it can really set. And then you just sit for a little bit for it to dry. Sometimes I use a fan to dry it down, but we can just wait. Wait a little bit. That setting spray really just smoothed everything out, but we're not done yet. I feel like this is one of the biggest mistakes that people make is they don't set after you use your setting spray. Like, I feel like that's the most important part. You set with your setting spray, but you don't just leave. You don't walk out the door. You have to reset again. So I like to take my dry beauty blender. Let me use this one. This is dryer, and I like to really go over. I'm gonna do half my face, and you're gonna see the difference. I like to go over everywhere. So everywhere that I put the setting spray, which is everywhere, and I just like to go over it one more time because I really don't like the dewy look. I like it to look very matte, and I feel that once you set again, it just like it transforms your face. Like I can't be the only one. But here is the optional part. If you really want to get a little bit of a bright under eye, I would recommend taking your Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush filter, and I like going in a shade lighter than what you normally use, and I use that under my under eye alone, and like it's just gonna make your makeup just look so like that, the UK girly makeup. It's gonna just give it that extra oomph. So I take a little bit and I just set underneath my eyes. Let me know if it's just me that can tell the difference, but I feel like it's such a big difference, but like no one else can tell. And look at that. This side versus this side. Like this is giving like you're ready to walk out the door, and this is giving like what's going on. So okay, and because this is more like a clean girl makeup, I'm not gonna do any eyeliner. Okay, next up we're gonna go in with my lip routine. Now that we kind of moisturized our lips in the beginning, my lips are pretty much like ready to go. Pretty soft and like ready for application. So I go in with my holy grail, my Sephora lip liner in the color Molasses. I've been saying this for years. It's my favorite lip liner, but I really do want to try different lip liners. I just feel like I want something really dark and creamy, and I don't know. I need some suggestions because everyone says the MAC lip liner, I think chestnut, but I don't like lip liners that you have to sharpen because I feel like it wastes a lot of product, and I don't like to waste my money. So I don't know if there's any other ones that are creamy. But yeah, I like to use this because look at the application. Wow. And I'm going to use the Ami Kohl. And what color is this? Because it's beautiful. Ami Kohl. Anyways, this color. It's a brown color. I don't know if they have many colors. I actually got this as a gift, so I don't really know what this was. But, and then you're going to go over this. Oh my goodness. This is so beautiful. You guys have to see this. What is happening? This is better. Look at this. This is so pretty, and I feel like it's really just gives clean girl, soft girl, pretty girl. And we are on to our last step to make sure our makeup stays, like doesn't move. I'm gonna go in with my One Size by Patrick, with my One Size setting spray. And y'all, this has so many chemicals, I don't even know, but I feel like mine is broken. There's so much product in here, but like Alright, and that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys made it to the end, I love you guys so much. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. Bye.
Baby,